If you receive this, share it with a friend who is still living like it's 2019 to 2020. The key year was 2020. The pandemic raged. People's lives were lost. Economies and health systems were put under a ridiculous amount of strain. We had many massive protests. The earth was filled constantly with news of dread, doom, and death. There was a lot of frustration, hurt, tears, and fear. The World Health Organization has now declared that COVID-19 is no longer a worldwide emergency. 2019 into 2020 is now more than 3 years ago. However, some are still caught up in the emotions, pain, and tiredness of that season. This is for you if you still feel as if it's December 2019 or January 2020. Don't get caught in a time warp. You still have the ability to come out of whatever financial, relational, or emotional mess you've gotten into. Tears. Lots and lots of tears. The time period of the pandemic was not easy on the emotions. While the disease magnified itself in many, hospitals were filled to capacity. Healthcare workers worried about increased risks to themselves and family, and copious amounts of tears flowed. It's not easy seeing death and disease everywhere. Some people were not able to adjust to the changing environment. It's said that cases of anxiety and depression increased tremendously. Businesses went under extreme levels of stress and financial pressures. Remote work took precedence, but then some people got laid off or reduced pay. The ripple effect was economies in a slump, but also people started to find ways to be entrepreneurial. Psalm 126 verse 6 says, "Those who go out weeping, carrying seed to sow, will return with songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them." You may be thinking that your monetary constraints are insurmountable. Debts may have mounted, the creditors may seem looming, but trust that God has a plan to assist your financial situation. If you started a business but it's not going so well as yet, keep going. It takes time to build anything of worth. Manage it with responsibility and seek help from mentors and other business associates. Network and maneuver ways to increase revenue for your company or business idea through savings and investments, general fundraisers, grants and advances, entering pitch competitions, personal and business loans, angel investors, and revving up your sales and marketing. Don't give up. Better to try and fail than presume you'll fail before trying. Also, many of the world's recessions and even economic depressions were the catalysts to making multiple millionaires. John 5 verse 2 states, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful." If you're running under with debts from that time period, whether personal or business, take sure assessment of your position and seek help from a financial advisor. Banks, investment firms, credit unions, and microcredit financing companies have people who can assist to manage your affairs or provide counsel. There are even government agencies that will provide this aid or offer financial assistance. Take as accurate as possible an account of your finances. Know your monthly income and expenses. Propose a monthly budget. And know your current liabilities, inclusive of credit cards, home and auto loans, and personal or business loans. That way, you can know how to better manage where you are and improve over time. Fears, lots and lots of fears. Relationships also suffered. It's said that many people, after starting to come back out when the stay-at-home protocols were lifted, ended up in distanced relationships. Many divorces occurred, and the family structure was affected because of the pressures of life. If that's you, gain better counsel on forming stable relationships and form bonds in community that will help to maintain strong families. Churches are great places for this, but there are many organizations that you may find that help with socializing and building good friendships. Many people's emotions went haywire. If you still have issues with depression or anxiety, please gain advice from a trained professional. It may seem tiring and frustrating, but you are going to have to be the one to start the healing process. Your family and even your doctor can only advise. The real change begins when you take your health into your own hands. Mental health doesn't have to be taboo. Talk about it with others. Gain the help you need. Take time to heal and begin to thrive again. Some who had the COVID-19 condition still have the sequelae of the disease. Health, quality of life, and longevity don't have to be impacted. Find time to be in nature, pick up hobbies, exercise, and eat better. Over time, your body can heal, and your emotions will also become more stable. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20 says, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us." Fears will make you feel as if the world is still in a death trap. But that time is past and now needs you to evaluate, figure out your current circumstance, problem solve any issues, and move forward confidently, knowing God has your back. You can't stay stuck over what God has declared finished. He's waiting for you to step into a brighter future by being sure of his current power to change your situation. Your mindset and habits will need to change. Are you prepared to make the necessary adjustments? COVID-19 was disgusting and horrifying, but what would be even more terrifying is staying in the same state you were even after 3 years have passed. Break the cycle and allow God to lead you to higher heights. Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for he had given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain, and the latter rain in the first month. And the floor shall be full of wheat, and the fats shall overflow with wine and oil. And I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. And ye shall eat in plenty, and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dealt wondrously with you. And my people shall never be ashamed. Joel chapter 2 verses 23 to 26.